All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Three 3-0 versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in Week 4. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go now. 8, read.
This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good. Yep. Backside guys,
meh.
That's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
198. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. Hey, Echo.
2nd and 10. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. O.J. Howard, 53 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here we go.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Check
66.
Now Roethlisberger. And the catch made by Johnson. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
180.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Brian Burns able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Check right.
Another try after the first down sack. Roethlisberger. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Now the big play pushes him all the way out to the 40 now for 1st down.
Begin.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Jack 16. 50.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Crabtree has it. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. But it's brought in by Washington. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line.
2 yards. That's good for a Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Shift. Alert. X3. 218. Chopper.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Sunday. Slide. No.
Gets it to Smith-Schuster on the jet sweep. And he'll take this one down to the 36. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
These two. Motion. Check. Shift. Check. 55 to Mike. Double bump. 55 to Mike. Watch the right.
Here's Roethlisberger. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 7 on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And it's now 21-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his 2nd season, James Conner. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Hey, alert. Easy.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 21-0 our score after 1.
Double dog. That's the way.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. To throw again on 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
66.
1st and 10.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
55 is mine, guys, 55. Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
50.
Don't be scared of it. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger, and this is incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target, and it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
They find some open field here. 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. 43 yards. They'll give it to Mixon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's mine. Hey, exit. Here we go. Here we go.
Go, get it.
He'll drop to throw. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Good job.
Joe Mixon. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Bullock good on the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Got an open man. It's Washington. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And a nice gain at 21 yards. They go draw play. This is Samuels. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
61, match box, light.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Credit the sack to the safety, Jesse Bates. They'll try to surge ahead with Connor. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. They're going to run. Here's Connor. And he's not even going to get past the line of scrimmage. Brought down right at the 4. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Black 20.
Mike 45. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Black.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Mixon. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. There he goes right side. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
But go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Now Roethlisberger on first down. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On third down, Mixon. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
This is taken around the 12. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, first and 10.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. On second and 11 now. Roethlisberger, and his throw is incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. Third down here.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the rookie linebacker from LSU, Devin White. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
60 Pittsburgh.
They can't hang with that.
Mixon with a first down carry. And some room to roam now. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon. 29 yards. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Middle.
I got him. He's mine. 24 is the mic.
Roethlisberger. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Geno Atkins got home that time.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Returnable for Grant. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt, and the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Joe Mixon. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
50, play.
Again, it's Mixon. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
On 1st down, Mixon. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. Here's a run with Mixon, fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the rookie linebacker from LSU, Devin White. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Bullet good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And they'll get him down here at the 23. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down.
I'm coming for you. You mine. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
24 is the mic.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Ready, set.
The Bengals drive about to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a third down. Back now in Pittsburgh, and this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Yo, 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 cheetah, cheetah. Now.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. They'll run on first down. Mixon. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
60 yards. Hey, wahoo!
98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Man, that's trash.
2nd and 13. Going deep downfield for Ross. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to pour it on. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 36 yards on the play. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to get a score back. Boswell good with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
And the Bengals first down.
So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Watch 98. 98 for Mike. Crunch time.
Now back to throw. Buying time to his left. That's caught by Howard. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
132 fighter. 98 for Mike.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's complete. It's Green here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy. It's Big Vince Williams who made the tackle. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this over the middle, deep into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They start the drive with Connor. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike.
Now Roethlisberger. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the rookie linebacker from LSU, Devin White. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
High 7.
Kill.
Now.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Now Bullock to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Next to score, Bengals 69.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw? And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened.
And my goodness, another interception. Dante Jackson picks it. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll let this go end zone for Green. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Break. 55. Check. 55. Mike. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Check nickel. Nickel.
Topper. Five.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Got a man open. It's Ross. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
On 2nd down, Samuels. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
24.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And now here is another interception. William Jackson with a pick. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
At the 41-yard line.
Come on, set. X3. 218, chopper. Shoot.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Going deep downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross, 41 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Looking to throw again on second down. Roethlisberger. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
22. Focus, defense, focus.
On third down, Roethlisberger. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
Here we go.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Here's Roethlisberger. To the right side to Eric Ebron. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. Oh, he's got some breathing room, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10.
We play to win. Let's go.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style.